But you can. That's the thing.
I played a mouse and keyboard game. I mean, it's taught me just out of muscle memory where all the keys are and everything, and where to put my hands on a keyboard.
And we've hit our 15-minute mark in the podcast. So I'd just like to say thank you for everybody listening. This has been, it's been a decently long road to get here, and I'm just so happy that it's reached the halfway mark of the first episode. So thank you very much.
Woohoo! Yep.
And I think that this could bring us into our next essential to life,
to our Gen Z lifestyle,
to our Gen Z lifestyle, and that is people. You can't have the people in your life are essential. You need every single person in your life, because that like a sculptor sculpting a rock, it sculpts who you are. And Cooper has been a big influence in my life, and I suspect that I've been a pretty big influence in his life. And I know a ton of other people who,
because we both, two of our biggest interests, we both brought to the table. Like, we both really like action sport scootering and airsofting. He taught me about airsofting and taught me how to play, and I taught him about scootering and taught him how to ride.
And it's another those are two other, that's like a whole podcast in itself. We'll probably make one on those. But
what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a subject with a 2 or 3 part episode series with different guests every episode.
So, like,
talking about that series or talking about the subject with us.
So, again, this is just our pilot, and we're just going to kind of describe what we're trying to show you what the podcast is going to entail for the upcoming episodes. And we're going to have a 3-part series for gaming. So we have 3 episodes of the podcast for gaming, each with different guests, and we get their point of view on the subject. And then we're probably going to have one on art. So I know that there's one specific person who I know that we would love to have on, and I know a couple other people who I think would be willing to come on as well. So again, we're going to have these different sections, and hopefully everybody's going to like it, and hopefully we're going to get some good guests on here, and I know we will, because I know a lot of them. And I also think that we're probably going to get some really good suggestions, because
and again, if you're listening to this right now and an idea pops into your head for an essential into your Gen Z lifestyle, please shoot us a DM on Instagram at mouse and keyboard podcast.
YouTube, comment anything. I mean, and unfortunately, we probably can't let you on the podcast, because I don't think that we would be comfortable letting just a stranger on the podcast. Because again, this is a family-friendly podcast. Actually, I didn't say that before. This is a family-friendly podcast. But yeah, and I know that we might get into some darker subjects. Because again, that is kind of the theme of what's going on right now. But I mean, it's important for people to be able to
understand what's going on. And please, actually, just any suggestions, but like we've reached out to some people for suggestions, and we really want you guys to think and comment down below. Don't just say something like, social media. Really think about what is an essential in your life that really just helps you out, that you couldn't live without.
And what shapes you? What makes you who you are? I know that what makes me who I am is gaming, my friends, and what are my passions? Like I like science. I like some other stuff, and that's what shapes me who I am. So if you were like doing science experiments all the time, that's an essential to your lifestyle because you're doing that and it's an essential to what you
Like,
are.
yeah, like I scooter a lot and I don't airsoft a lot because it's kind of hard to organize. But I'm always doing research on airsoft and stuff like that. I mean, that kind of categorizes me. You know,
Mhm.
so like an essential in my life would be say scootering or airsofting.
And I know that it would probably be. I know that you like doing. You like cats, so that
Oh
is
yes, I
a
like cats. I
that
have
is
three
a
cats.
that is an essential to your lifestyle because you like
Yeah,
cats.
and you couldn't live without it. I mean, it's just you
And
really want to look into, like Gabe said, what shapes you, what has made you who you are today that isn't just a super broad term. We want specifics.
yeah, so like if gaming again is a really broad specific, but we're doing 3 episodes on it.
We're gonna focus on
Different aspects of the gaming. So
Mhm.
we're gonna focus 1 episode on solo games, 1 episode on multiplayer games, and 1 episode on like big like online
And just
games.
voice chats and stuff like that. Voice
Yeah,
chats and online games.
and how it's helped you connect with people that you care about.
Hmm.
Um, and like us starting this podcast helps us, I think,
Hmm.
because we're able to
Yeah,
connect again, and we've been on the phone a ton, and I've made a website, and
yeah. And
he's
I've
made a
made
logo,
multiple
and
so
it
social media accounts
it
and just
it's given us a lot of skills that I think we'll be able to carry on with us in the future. Like I know this is gonna take me practicing video editing and exporting files and doing a
yeah.
lot of that, and I like computer stuff, so I think that'll be like I might go into an industry. Excuse me, I might go into the computer industry, and this could help me all the way in the future. And
Hmm.
I think that there's another aspect. What stuff in your life will help you in the future?
Yeah. Like,
Because there are some things that you can do just for fun, but you also want to think about stuff that will help you in the future. Like this has
mhm,
helped us in the future because number one, it's helped us with our speaking skills, and number
mhm.
two, it's helped me with my computer skills, and it's helped him
Same.
with his graphic design skills. And I know
Yeah,
that
because I'm
he loves graphic
really,
design. Um I
yeah,
like doing
I really
computer
enjoy
stuff.
graphic design.
So
Like, I
it's
feel like this
perfect.
could also help us in the long run because, it's teaching us responsibility and
It's also
just
it's also giving us
consistency and to teach us,
it's also giving us a platform, and it could help
Mhm.
us in the future be like, "Oh, you're very good at." I know Cooper's been doing like all of our PR stuff
Yeah.
because I suck at
Mhm.
speaking to the public, and like so he's been doing all of the social medias. He's been doing
Yeah. I've
um
been reaching out to a lot of people. That's all been me.
so
So,
yeah.
but mhm.
I think another essential to our life is siblings.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a category under people, but like, it's more of like, you know, there's people and then there's siblings. Siblings
Yeah,
are just such a huge part of our lives.
because
They make such an impact on us
you're around them for like
most of your life, or like the first 18 years, quite frankly.
and I know I have a younger brother, and he's shaped me a lot because he's taught me, well, I guess empathy. Um
Hmm.
and then Cooper has an older brother who
And he's taught me a lot because, he's older, so I learned from him.
mhm,
And I've learned from his mistakes, and he's taught me to learn from my mistakes, and just stuff like that. It's just a bond that I feel like it's inseparable.
Uh, my brother has taught me how to teach people, and I think that's gonna come up a lot on this podcast because I feel like we will be able to teach people on
Mhm.
like if they want to get into gaming, if they want to get into scootering, if they even want to get into airsoft. I'm sure that we can help. Just shoot us an email and we'll shoot one back and help you try and I don't know. We'll help
Yeah,
you try and figure that stuff out.
and
And
we really want to drive this point through. Like, don't hesitate to contact us because since we're still just starting up right now, I mean, we have nothing but time, or when we're not doing stuff like this, to answer you guys.
Keep in mind that our school is starting very soon, so we'll our upload schedule is going to be
Saturdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah, we're posting this one. It is currently Wednesday right now, so we kind of can't
Yeah,
post it
and
today.
it will be,
But
and our schedule is going to be to upload at 12 on Saturdays, and we still have to probably 12 on Wednesdays, but we still have to work out a final time.
we'll be in school, so probably at like
Oh yeah.
8 o'clock on 8 o'clock on Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Because we're really trying to keep up consistency on this. So
that's another life skill that this is gonna help us with.
Yeah, and like I personally have experienced non-consistency because I follow some creators that I really enjoy, and I don't blame them for this. But during like this pandemic, they used to post usually like once every 2 weeks, which I liked because it kind of gave me something to look forward to. But now they post like every say month and a half to 2 months.
Yeah, so and I mean I understand.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and I hope you understand if we don't get to post. If we don't get
right
to
at
post,
8 or right at 12.
Yeah, and I think that this podcast is going to be not only just the essentials
We're
of
not gonna just blow you guys off if we don't post today. We'll make an announcement on our Instagram, TikTok, soon to be Twitter.
And again, this podcast isn't just going to be the essentials to our lifestyle. It's also going to be looking back in our lives and getting learning moments out of those moments.
And getting to learn from our guests, because the whole point of having guests on, I feel like, is to hear their point of view on their essentials of life, and then getting a different POV on them, because you might not say, someone might say that acting is an essential to their life because they're an actor or an actress. I personally don't act.
Nor do I.
Gabe doesn't. So we don't have a great POV on it, but I feel like if we had a guest on, we could learn a lot from that.
And this podcast is not only for you guys. It's not only to help you understand the essentials to our lives and learn from that, and also learn from our past mistakes. It's also for us to learn about other people's lives and to get some perspective. Because I mean, we do a lot of things, but we don't do all the things.
Yeah, and that's probably one of the main reasons we started this podcast, is because it's fun to learn new things, especially say during summer break on a pandemic, because
there's not much to do.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you could hang out with friends, but I know some people are, but I personally don't think that's the safest choice.
I also don't think that's the right choice, because if you're hanging out with people, there's more chance to spread the virus. Just
I've only hung out with like one person, and it's been socially distanced,
masks, everything,
and not often. Like last time was like 6 weeks ago, I think.
And if you feel sick, stay home and listen to our podcast.
Yes, we will try to be very entertaining.
This has been the Mouse and Keyboard Podcast, a look into the essentials of a Gen Z lifestyle. Thank you very much for listening, and the next podcast will hopefully come out on Wednesday. Thank you very much, and signing off.